My name is Hoffman, and I am here to share my story about a experience that I had over, I guess, about 25 years ago while I was in college. And it was a very dramatic experience that I haven't really shared with too many people, mainly because most people think I'm crazy. But it's something that has been really powerful, and I think now it's time to share it. What had happened was one day while I was in college, some friends had asked me to go swimming, which is a bad idea because I don't know how to swim. And we went to the Indiana Reservoir, Indiana, PA, which is near IUP. I was a student at IUP. And to set up that day, it had been storming all week. And I mean, really bad storms. I mean, to the point where rivers were flooding and everything. And it was a weekend, and it was the first day that it wasn't raining anymore. And it was very warm out. And somebody got a great idea to go swimming and invited me. So I decided that would be something to do. So we went to the reservoir, and we decided that we were going to swim back and forth and jump off the tower. So we did that a couple times, and what happened was on the third time I started to get tired, and the current was very swift, and before I knew it, my friends were screaming at me to hurry up and get across the lake, and I didn't realize how close I was to the fall. And the power of the water just flipped me over like I was just a pancake. And so I dropped about 10 feet into a body of water, which was about 4 feet deep. And it doesn't sound like that's very deep, but when you have a storm and the current is very strong underneath, the water is very powerful. It happened so quickly. It wasn't even 30 seconds. It might have been 15 seconds. I mean, I don't know. I have no concept of time. But what happened was, during the time that I was underwater, I would imagine I had drowned, because I panicked for about, I guess about 10 seconds. I took my last breath, which wasn't painful at all. It was just it wasn't a horrific death at all. It was sort of like, you just can't get your breath, and then it was over with. And during that time, is when I started watching my body float. I became part of the water, like seaweed. And I looked up, and the sun was so bright, I could barely look at it. It just felt like the ray of the sun and the brightness was right on me. And I was thinking about my mom and my horse, and just things in my life that were important to me was flashing through my mind as I'm watching this light. And then Jesus' face appeared. And he looked just like he looks in the pictures. And I was reaching up for him, and I felt like it was so awesome, because the power and the love, my body, there was no pain. It was just like the overwhelming love. Like if you could take all the love in the whole wide world and put it in one body, that's what it felt like. And I wasn't even upset that I was dead. I wasn't even concerned about it. I knew I was going home, and I kept reaching out for him. And all of a sudden, I was above water again. And one of the football players came in and saw my long hair. I had real long hair, and my hair was floating in the water. And he came in after me and pulled my head up above the water and grabbed me in his arms and started giving me mouth to mouth and brought me back to reality. And it was all over with. It was gone. And when I looked up into the sky was all dark again and the clouds were dark. And I said to him, I said, what happened to the sun? And he goes, what sun? And Jesus had sent me back. And for many years after that, I was angry because I didn't understand why he sent me back. You know, for what reason? And that went on for many years until I came, to peace with myself. Now I finally do understand. I'm married now. I have 2 awesome boys, and there's something in God's plan for me. I don't, I'm supposed to be doing something. I guess I'm doing it. I think the most important thing is, just to accept Jesus Christ into your heart and, believe that he died for our sins. And, I want people to believe that it really does happen. It's just not something that you watch on TV that somebody makes up. Unfortunately, with some of the ways that people die today, with our cancer and our different illnesses and stuff, there is pain involved. But when you get to the very end and take that last breath, it's all worth it. So we have 2 things in our household that's important, and that is raising our children, our boys, to be Christians and to be passionate. And the second thing is, it's mandatory that they take swimming lessons.